Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Today I'm going to be making a wonderful French toast that my family loves. We're going to get started here. I've got vanilla, I've got cinnamon, I've got maple, I've got 4 eggs, and I've got a half a cup of heavy cream. So we're going to get started with our eggs. Okay, I'm gonna get a wash on my hands. Okay, we have a wash on my hands real fast. And I don't like anything on my counters. So we're gonna go ahead and flip. I'm gonna give my eggs a beat. I wanna get my yolks incorporated. Oh, I love when the yolk is just beautiful like that and just really vibrant. Okay, I'll go ahead and get my teaspoon out. Use this one. Always give my little teaspoons and tablespoons just a little swipe sometimes, you know. Just make sure everything's inside is good. I'm going to go ahead and use a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm going to flip over here. I don't want it to drip all over me. I like lots of vanilla in mine. And to me, batter has to have seasoning. If batter doesn't have seasoning, I just don't feel it tastes as good, you know. So you have to have a lot of seasoning. Okay, we got 1 teaspoon. I'm going to do my maple. I like the maple in it too. Maple goes good with, makes your French toast a little darker. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it and clean this out right here. This is going to be my throwaway towel real fast. And then cinnamon. I have this thing with cinnamon. Sometimes you don't have enough cinnamon throughout. If that happens, I just sprinkle the French toast when I put it in the pan. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon. And we're going to toss our towel. Towel is no good. I wiped up egg with it on my counter. And I cleaned my teaspoons. So you know what? We're just going to get a different one. So I'm going to get a different towel. And then what we'll do is we'll go from there. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. I like this one. This is my good towel. I like that one. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and put my half of cup of heavy cream. And then I'm just going to get the stir on. I'm going to stir, and incorporate everything. I'm going to get it all stirred in. Looking nice. So because I put the maple makes my batter a little bit darker, which is fine. I do it with my banana bread too. So when I make banana bread, I use vanilla and I use maple. Changes the color a little bit, but it also gives it a nice sweet taste, but not too sweet. Kind of reminds of somebody putting syrup in your batter. I know people who put syrup, and they put also they'll put sugar in their batter, and it tastes good. I think you can be as creative, or if you like the flavor, I always say do what you like and what your family likes, because you know what? Family will tell you a lot. There's no way you want to make 2 dinners at night or 2 breakfasts. And it's kind of funny because we like to have French toast and stuff at night because we all work and we're all busy during the day. So we don't have time for breakfast. And if we do, I'm pre-making the breakfast, and that's how we're going through our day, you know. Okay, so batter's all stirred. Okay, so before we start cooking our French toast, I'm gonna make my cream cheese, because this is my French toast with raspberry cream cheese. I love this. It is so delicious. So what I'm gonna do I took 1 cream cheese. I just set it out on the counter a little bit so it'll make it easier to blend, to mix. Because this is not, you know, sometimes I cheat and I buy some that are already whipped. But I'm going to whip it myself today because it's just French toast. I'm going to get all the goodness off. Okay, so everything's off. We're good. Doesn't have to be fancy or pretty. So I'm just going to go like that. And so it was just one, let's see here. It's 1 8-ounce serving of cream cheese. I make a lot of cream cheese stuff. That's my mom's favorite. And I actually like cream cheese too. I like cream cheese cinnamon rolls too. Delicious. I really like those. So, okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to start with a 1/2 cup first of cream cheese. This is powdered sugar. I almost forgot what the heck it was. Good Lord, this getting old stuff is for the birds. So I'm going to do a 1/2 cup because I don't want it overly sweet. Oops. But I always make a mess when I do powdered sugar. So I'm going to do a 1/2. And then what I'm going to do is I don't measure this heavy cream because you're not supposed to put in too much unless you want it more runny. So today I normally make cream cheese frosting. So what I'm going to do is make mine not quite too runny, but I'm going to make it a little bit runnier than I normally do. So I really don't know how much I need. I just have to eyeball this one because it's not my real cream cheese frosting. If it was, I would put like a tablespoon. That's it. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to mix this. It's the powdered sugar. And I'm doing it over here so I don't make a mess on my counter. Okay, it's mixing well. It's mixing well. I'm going to get out both my mixers though. And then it'll be done mixing and I'll bring it over to you guys so you can see it. Okay, so it's looking good. Needs to be a little bit wetter because I'm going to do a drizzle of cream cheese raspberry on my French toast. Okay, so I knew I could not get messy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit sweeter. And I'm going to make it a little bit runnier. So I'm going to go ahead and put all my cup of cream cheese frosting. I'm going to give it a mix in front of you. Because I don't like to mix, because I always make a mess. That's why I didn't do it on camera, because I make a mess. So now that I got the powdered sugar in there, I'm going to go back and mix it just a little bit more. But I actually am going to, so I bet you I'm going to end up using at least a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Okay, we look fantastic. This is what I was going for. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste. Perfect. It's still stiff because I want it to be over it, kind of like you let it melt onto the hot French toast and just let it drizzle in and add just a little bit of syrup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up real fast, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with my walnuts. I like walnuts a lot. I am all messed up right now. I knew I was going to make a mess, and I sure the heck did. And I didn't save your ears any of the, I didn't spare your ears any of the noise. So, you know, sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my butter on. I'm going to put a tablespoon of butter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a half a cup of chopped walnuts. And not all my family likes nuts. There's just a couple of us. Man, I sure made a mess. But oh well, that's part of cooking. I'm going to let this heat for a minute. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle some maple syrup with my nuts and my butter. And then I'm just going to put it to the side because then I'm going to add a little bit to the top. Got some beautiful raspberries here. I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in my pan with a little bit of butter. I've got canola oil. And I'm going to add probably a tablespoon of butter. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to stir my cream cheese just a little bit more. Looks good. Looks good. Boy, it sure does taste good too. Okay. I'm going to get my pan on. I'm going to start warming my pan because I'm almost ready to drop my French toast in. I'm going to go almost 300, about 290. Okay, butter is melting for my nuts. I'm going to go ahead, get my half a cup of nuts in. I'm going to do a stir. Just going to give this a little stir. As soon as it starts, I'm going to add a tablespoon of syrup. Excuse me. I'm gonna get a tablespoon of my syrup. You don't need much, just flavoring my nuts, caramelizing them, and you don't need much. Just gonna put that here. Okay, starting to cook. Everything's starting to warm. Okay, I'm gonna get my French toast dipped in a minute. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do just a rough smash with my raspberries. Don't want them smashed too much. Oh my goodness, the nuts are doing good. Look at that. Oh, they're all sizzling. Just put butter and syrup on them. Just gives them a flavor, and I'm toasting them off. That's it. Just a minute more, and then we'll stop. I already washed my raspberries when I got them because I'm kind of big on you have to get everything done. And you know, I go 90 miles an hour. I do not have time to go back and clean and wash things after the fact. So when we get home, it's kind of like our refrigerator. Before we go grocery shopping, we clean out our refrigerator. And then, you know how everybody has two vegetable bins in your fridge. We separate. We take all our old veg and we move it to one side. It's usually the left side. And then everything we buy, we go ahead and we put in the right side. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump my raspberries right in here. My cream cheese, because you can do it two ways. You can drizzle it on top and be all fancy, or you can go ahead and after you cook your French toast, just layer it and put a cream cheese in the middle and then put it on top. It depends on how you want. Okay, my pan's nice and hot. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my French toast in, and I'm going to use my hands while I do my French toast. I'm going to turn my pan up just a little bit higher. I'm going to turn it to 350 now, because it's hot. Okay, and I'm going to do 8 pieces of French toast, but right now I'm only going to do 4 so I can get you on and off the camera as soon as possible. But this is a good dinner or a good breakfast, either one. Like I said, a lot of times we have to eat breakfast at night so we can enjoy each other's company, because we're all running 90,000 miles in the morning and we get up at way different times. Man, my husband's up early. He has to work the earliest. Okay, so we got a nice clean of the hands. Okay, and then the nuts are perfectly done. Look at that. Fantastic. You could see the sugar from the maple syrup. You could hear this, just perfect. Okay, so they're all toasted off. They look fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to dump my raspberries in, and then we're going to be good to go. Check my French toast in a second. So all I'm doing with my raspberries, because I want it to be kind of like rustic. This is kind of how, like, when I don't usually put a whole lot of fruit in my French toast or on my French toast. I only traditionally do a raspberry or a strawberry. Kind of picky when it comes to fruit. I don't like all fruits in my French toast. I like a lot of butter. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Oh, let me tell you, I'm using brioche. You can get this anywhere. Walmart, Winco. You can get it at Whole Foods. There's even a few other ones you can get at Whole Foods that are just as good or better. Look at that. This is good bread. You have to pay a little bit more for this bread. These guys also make buns for your hamburgers and your hot dogs. The hot dog buns are smaller, but the hamburger buns are absolutely wonderful. And let me tell you, I can put this thing in my freezer just like this, not even vacuum seal it, and I will not have any frost. This is a very, very, very good bread. I really, really like that one. And for French toast, I like brioche bread. Texas toast is a little bit bigger than my brioche, but it's good too. So here is my beautiful, beautiful, just cream cheese. And see, it's not too thick, but it is, and it's not too thin either, though, because I don't want it to just fall all over the plate. I want to be able to set my French toast in there, and I want to put a big scoop in the middle, and then I would like to put a little bit on top, and then a little drizzle of my nuts, and maybe a little tiny maple syrup. Everything will go good. Or you could just use this to flavor. Sometimes it depends on how I'm feeling. I'll just use this. But boy, this sure is excellent. Tastes absolutely excellent. It's got a little tart because of the raspberry. Oh, but boy, it sure is decadent in my opinion. I'm kind of one of those. I beat to my own drum when it comes to food. But I like flavor. I cannot eat things if it has no flavor. Not only that, I'm not gonna intake the calorie if it doesn't have any flavor. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter right here because I'm not gonna put any butter on my French toast. I'm not, because I have this wonderful absolute wonderful raspberry cream cheese. Now, I don't eat my French toast like this all the time. I'm one of those that I don't eat the same foods, and neither is my husband's that way too. He doesn't like to eat just the same old, same old. So a lot of times traditionally, we do things way different. Pancakes, I use a sweet cream batter. A lot of times I will do a buttermilk, but I like the sweet cream. But French toast is right up there. But I do like, I like French toast too, sometimes with banana and nuts. Pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let this just heat for a minute more. I'm going to try my nuts right here. Give a bite. You hear that crunch? With the little bit of sugar or syrup in the butter. Oh man, they taste so good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is my French toast is almost done. But you see the color of my French toast? It's kind of cool. It makes it a different color. If you don't like the color, then just don't add maple. But maple gives French toast and things like that, my banana bread, it gives it a little taste. People are like, hey, what's in there different? And I'm all maple. So, you know what? I encourage everybody to try it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our French toast out. Remember, I have a little bit of butter in there too. I'm going to flip it that way. And I'm going to take a nice dollop of this beautiful cream cheese with raspberry. And you can save a couple of your raspberries too. But, you know, I'm not really all that fancy. Sometimes, you know, I lack in fancy. But I like flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to turn my pan off, and I am going to get my nuts. I'm going to drizzle a few on top. Oh my gosh. And we are done. Absolutely done. Looks delicious. I like my French toast done good. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so I'm just going to put this to the side because I want to take a bite right now. So, this just has your flavored cream cheese, and it has also raspberries in it, and it's French toast. Let's get a piece of the end of the French toast. French toast tastes good. Has its own little Okay, now let's get some of this goodness right here. And remember, you can put as much on or as little on as you want. But it's starting to melt. Tastes really good. Another kicker is take a little bit of, makes it creamy. Just take a little bit of syrup, as much as you like, or as little. So good. I got a fresh syrup in the cupboard too. Let's take a bite of this one. Normally I don't take 3 bites. But, like I said, I love French toast. Okay. So this is me. I have more French toast. I'll put a nice picture on top. This is not overly sweet. It's kind of creamy. Sometimes I like just creamy. Some days I like just syrup with my French toast. But this is my raspberry cream cheese French toast. If you like the content, if you would please like, subscribe, and share, I'd be most grateful. Thanks and have a good day.